The golden sunlight spills over a field, grass swaying in slow motion. A German Shepherd puppy, fur glowing in the afternoon light, runs freely, ears flopping with every joyful bound. For a second, it's just peace, just innocence, just a happy little dog. Then, darkness, a voice raw and shaking cuts through. Oh, she was underwater. I couldn't reach her. A pause. The screen holds black. But Lola did, on my toddler's laugh. A bright blue ball bouncing toward a lake. The camera lingers on tiny hands reaching, sunlight catching the water's edge. One moment, Lily was giggling on the shore when the ball rolls too far. A tiny foot slips. The next, gone. Silence. A single horrifying splash. A mother's scream muffled like it's coming from another world. The camera stays on the water, ripples spreading, empty, just silence. Then, a close-up. Brown eyes wild with focus. A puppy, barely more than a baby herself, ears pinned back, muscles coiled. But this 6-month-old shelter puppy didn't hesitate. A single bark, a blur of fur. And she dove in before I could even scream her name. The day Lola became a hero. And just like that, you're in. Heart pounding, eyes glued. Because this isn't just a story about a dog. It's about the moment love turns into courage, and you need to see what happens next. It was one of those rare golden Saturdays that families dream about. The kind where the sun hangs lazily in a cloudless sky, warming the grass at Lake Owego just enough to make the picnic blanket feel cozy. Emily had packed sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly, Lily's favorite, along with juice boxes that always ended up half drunk and forgotten. I remember kicking off my shoes, feeling the damp earth between my toes, thinking, "This is it. This is the good stuff." Lola, our scrawny, 6-month-old German Shepherd rescue, flopped down in the shade, her tail thumping whenever Lily toddled too close. She had been with us less than 2 weeks, still learning the rules, still skittish when doors slammed too loud, still hesitating before taking treats from my hand. But with Lily, it was like she had known her forever. Wherever Lily went, Lola's eyes followed. And Lily? She was pure sunshine in tiny overalls, her blonde curls bouncing as she chased that stupid blue ball across the grass. "Daddy, throw it!" She'd squeal, and I'd toss it just far enough to make her giggle as she scrambled after it. Lola would sometimes join in, trotting alongside her like a fuzzy bodyguard, but never stealing the ball, just nudging it back if it rolled too far. I should have been watching closer. I remember glancing at my phone, just for a second, some stupid work email I thought I needed to answer. Emily was unwrapping sandwiches, humming. Lily was laughing. Lola was sprawled in the grass, chin on her paws, ears perked. Everything was normal. Then, movement. The ball rolled downhill, bouncing toward the water's edge. Lily took off after it, her little legs pumping, arms outstretched. "Lily, wait," I started to say, but toddlers don't wait. They don't see danger. They just see the thing they want, right there, just out of reach. The lake wasn't deep near the shore, but the drop-off was sudden. 1 second, Lily was on solid ground. The next, her feet slipped on the slick rocks. There was a splash, too loud, too final, then silence. Not the kind of silence you notice on a quiet afternoon, the kind that punches the air from your lungs, the kind where you realize, in one heart-stopping second, that the world is split into before and after. Emily screamed. I ran. But I already knew I wasn't going to get there in time. The water was dark, swallowing everything. No flailing arms, no bubbles, just stillness. My legs moved, but time stretched like taffy, each second an eternity. Then, a blur of fur. Lola didn't bark, didn't look back at us for permission. She just moved. 1 second she was on the shore, the next she was airborne, her body arcing into the water with a splash that sent ripples across the lake. I'll never forget the sight of her paddling frantically, ears flat, eyes locked on something beneath the surface. She didn't hesitate, didn't second guess, she just knew. And in that moment I realized something. This wasn't just a dog. This was family. The water swallowed Lily whole. 1 second she was there, bright yellow overalls, tiny hands reaching, and then she was just ... gone. The lake didn't care that she was 3 years old. Didn't care that she still slept with a stuffed giraffe or that her favorite word was puppy. It just took her. I was running, but my legs felt like they were moving through wet cement. Emily's screams echoed behind me, raw and primal, the kind of sound no mother should ever make. My brain short-circuited, stuck on a loop. This can't be happening. Not again. Not like this. But Lola, oh, Lola didn't freeze. She hit the water like a bullet, her skinny puppy body slicing through the surface without hesitation. No training, no commands, just pure instinct kicking in. I saw her paws churning, her head dipping under, then popping back up, searching, desperate. The lake was murky, the kind of water where you can't see more than a few inches down. But Lola didn't need to see. She knew. Then, a flicker of yellow beneath the surface. Lola dove. Time stopped. The world narrowed to that spot in the water where my daughter had disappeared. My heart pounded so hard I could feel it in my teeth. Come on, come on, come on. A splash, a gasp. Lola's head broke the surface. Her teeth clamped gently but firmly on the back of Lily's overalls. Not her arm, not her hair. The fabric. Like some part of her puppy brain understood how to keep Lily's face above water without hurting her. Lily coughed, sputtering, her little arms flailing. Alive. Alive. I crashed into the water, the cold biting through my clothes, but I didn't feel it. All I felt was Lily's tiny body as I grabbed her, pulling her against my chest. She was shaking, her lips blue, her breath coming in ragged gulps, but her heart was beating. Her fingers clutched at my shirt. "And Daddy," she whimpered, and I think I sobbed. Lola didn't let go. Even as I took Lily, the puppy kept swimming beside us, her nose bumping Lily's leg like she was checking. "Are you sure? Is she safe now?" Her whole body trembled with exhaustion, but she stayed close, her eyes never leaving Lily's face until we reached the shore. Then her legs gave out. She collapsed on the muddy bank, her sides heaving, her fur plastered to her skinny frame. For one terrifying second, I thought we'd lost her, that her little body had given everything it had. But then her tail gave a single weak thump against the ground when Lily whispered, "When good puppy." The paramedics arrived in what felt like both seconds and hours later. They wrapped Lily in blankets, checked her vitals, asked questions I answered in a daze. But when they turned to Lola, the toughest-looking medic knelt down and stroked her head with surprising gentleness. "What's her name?" He asked. "On Lola," I said. "On she's a rescue." "Anna," he smiled just a little. Not anymore." And that's when it hit me, really hit me. This scrawny, scarred puppy we'd brought home on a whim had just rewritten our entire story. She wasn't just some dog we'd saved from a shelter. She was the reason our family was still whole. As we drove home, Lily bundled in the back seat with Lola curled beside her. Emily reached back and rested her hand on the puppy's damp fur. "And she's not a foster anymore," she said quietly. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. Because in that moment, with the sunset painting the sky gold and my daughter's small hand resting on the dog who'd saved her, I understood something fundamental. Heroes don't always come with capes. Sometimes they come with wagging tails and wet fur and a love so fierce it leaps into dark water without a second thought. The quiet in our house that night was different. Not the tense silence we'd had since losing Murphy, but something softer, like the whole world had exhaled. Lola lay curled on the couch, her fur still damp at the roots, her breathing slow and steady. Every few minutes, her ears would twitch toward Lily's room, listening. Some habits, it seemed, didn't stop just because the danger had passed. Emily posted a single photo that evening, Lily asleep with one arm flung over Lola, their foreheads nearly touching. No dramatic caption, just, "This puppy saved our daughter today. Adopt, don't shop." We thought maybe our neighbors would like it. We had no idea. By morning, the photo had spread like wildfire. The local news station called while we were still in pajamas. Tammy from the shelter showed up crying, holding a newspaper with Lola's intake photo beside the lake rescue story. She was scheduled to be euthanized next week, Tammy whispered, running a hand over Lola's head. Nobody wanted a broken puppy. The shelter's phone rang non-stop. Emails poured in, from families, from veterans, from elderly couples living alone, all saying the same thing. "We want to adopt our own Lola." The shelter director told us applications had tripled overnight. "People keep asking for the hero dog," she laughed, wiping her eyes, as if every dog in there isn't already a hero waiting to happen. When the mayor's office called about a ceremony, I almost said no. Lola didn't need a medal. She'd already gotten her reward in Lily's giggles and extra treats. But Emily insisted. "This isn't just about us anymore," she said, and she was right. The town square was packed that Saturday. People held signs with Lola's picture. Kids brought handmade thank you cards. When the mayor knelt to fasten the shiny medal around Lola's collar, the crowd erupted in cheers. Lola, ever the humble hero, just licked the mayor's face and then immediately turned to check on Lily, who was busy showing anyone who'd listen her puppy's sparkly necklace. But the moment that wrecked me, when an older man in a worn army jacket approached after the ceremony. He didn't want a photo or an autograph. He just knelt slowly, his knees cracking, and placed one trembling hand on Lola's head. "Lost my service dog last year," he said roughly. "Haven't been able to leave my house since. Saw your story and, well," he swallowed hard, "went to the shelter yesterday, bringing home a new buddy tomorrow." Emily burst into tears. Lola, as if understanding, leaned into his touch. Back home, the excitement faded into something sweeter, ordinary moments that now felt extraordinary. Lola sleeping with one paw draped over Lily's foot, the way she'd gently nose Lily away from the stairs. Even her new habit of positioning herself between Lily and any body of water, as if to say, "Not this time, I'm here now." The vet said Lola would always have a slight limp from her old injuries. "But," he added with a smile, "I think she's proven what she's capable of regardless." We framed her medal and hung it by the front door, but the real proof of her heroism was in Lily's uninhibited laughter, in Emily's relaxed shoulders, in the way I could finally walk past Lake Owego without my chest tightening. One evening, I found Lily reading to Lola from her picture book, her small finger tracing the words. And the puppy was brave, she recited seriously, because she loved her girls so much. Lola thumped her tail in agreement. That's when I realized this wasn't just a story about a rescue. It was about how saving works both ways. Lola didn't just pull Lily from the water that day. She pulled our whole family back to life. And in doing so, she reminded an entire town that sometimes the most extraordinary love comes in the most unexpected packages, like a scarred, scrawny puppy no one wanted, until someone did. An OCT, the lesson, why this story matters. The truth is, Lola wasn't supposed to be ours. When we walked into that shelter, we were still grieving, still carrying the quiet weight of loss. I almost passed her by. Just another scared puppy in a cage, too skinny, too quiet, with scars no 6-month-old should have. But Lily saw something in her. Maybe it was the way Lola's ears perked up when she heard a child's voice. Maybe it was the gentle press of her nose against Lily's tiny fingers through the kennel bars. Or maybe it was simpler than that, two souls recognizing each other before the rest of us caught up. Here's what I know now. Heroes don't come with labels. They don't announce themselves with fanfare. They're the overlooked, the underestimated, the ones sitting in shelters right now waiting for someone to see them. Lola wasn't a trained rescue dog. She wasn't even fully grown, but when it mattered, she didn't hesitate. She didn't weigh the risks, she just acted. And that's the lesson that sticks with me, not just about dogs, but about life. The best things, the most important things often come wrapped in unexpected packages. A puppy with a limp, a family still healing, a town that needed reminding that ordinary love can do extraordinary things. Because here's the secret no one tells you. Lola didn't just save Lily that day, she saved us. She brought light back into a house that had gone too quiet. She made us laugh again. She gave Emily someone to fuss over when the worry crept in. She gave me a reason to believe in second chances, not just for dogs, but for myself. And the ripple effect? That still amazes me. The shelter volunteer who texted us photos of adoptions happening every day. The veteran who wrote to say he'd finally gotten another service dog after years of being afraid to try. The little boy who proudly showed us his new rescue puppy at the grocery store, whispering, his name's Brave, like Lola. And so why does this story matter? Because it's not just about one dog. It's about all the Lolas out there right now. The ones sitting in kennels, the ones hiding under porches, the ones someone threw away but still have so much love to give. It's about the power of saying yes when your heart whispers, on this one. Take a chance on this one. Now it's your turn to join the conversation. Did Lola's incredible journey give you chills like it did for us? Tell us in the comments, what's the most surprising thing your pet has ever found? We want to hear your amazing pet stories. And if you believe every heroic dog like Lola deserves recognition, smash that like button. Let's see how many people agree. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because you never know when the next unbelievable true story will land on our channel. After all, the world is full of everyday heroes, and some of them walk on four paws.